Hey guys, still here. Quick intro, starting in 15 seconds. It's a 3v3 a PvP match. I'm here with Kekfest and FatMF. You're listening to us on the Discord. I'm playing a US deck. Objective, take hotel, build a defensive line here, since it is destruction. Sending some units here. Hopefully they're gonna arrive there. Let's see. Enjoy.
Are you talking to me? We're sweeping this area. At your service, sir. Scouts ready, sir. Set a new observation post there. Lead all of you. Get out of my way.
Alright, nothing flying yet.
Nope.
Oh no. Usually they'll send. Usually
Well,
Jack won't send out planes till
I
the
stand
end.
corrected.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, holy crap!
What the fuck?
Don't have any air defense.
Interesting game.
Need some extra
Yeah.
help, sir? Got the binoculars, Corporal.
CV.
You'd be blind without us.
Come out of the Mi-240s.
Yeah.
There you go. Good. They have no radar AA yet.
Right.
At your orders, sir. Need a tank?
Profile. Ugh.
Need some extra eyes?
Do a lot of heli rushes. I should have.
At your service, sir. Ready to load some tanks, sir. Waiting for your orders, sir. Need a ride?
There you go.
Who do you want us to transport?
Rush coming down through Gulf.
Okay. Vehicles,
Right.
infantry, or...
Do is soften up the town with the Mi-240s, and he's gonna send in some Grom.
That's probably pretty correct.
Anti-tank missile load.
In right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking heavy losses.
I got an Avenger sitting in the woods just chewing at him right now, but he's overwhelming me.
Right, I'll see about sending you something. I'll get you a pair of payloads with FSK in them.
I'll get some mortars and chills.
Go nuts.
Grom, there we go.
Yep.
I see.
How deadly are those? Because they only have is that an assault rifle?
Yeah. Grom aren't super deadly compared to special forces
Six
like...
have 16 HE launchers. They're actually quite formidable.
What, the Grom
Assaulting
heavy?
my town with. Not the Grom, the Paravenci. He's assaulting me with that as well.
Oh, that, yeah.
Good scout is one you don't see. Artillery and ignition. Otherwise, mine.
Alright, firing.
Alright, thank you.
Moving to new firing.
They bombs coming in as well.
The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
Fucking hell.
Guardian
Down.
What
One.
the hell?
It's already shot whoever's doing that on the town.
Yeah, that's me. Taking out one of the Nabisky so far.
The US Marines are pretty resilient, so they should keep the units spotted for the next little while.
Yeah. Going for the Grom next.
Yeah. Got Marine Raiders in the town, this is gonna get pretty ugly.
Oh yeah.
It's the HE infantry that's doing all the damage, isn't it?
Seeing so.
These guys.
But I got a grenade launcher up. HE infantry.
Just waiting for a target to fly by. And then...
They're gonna try and go for the forest over here.
Yeah, they're gonna flank.
Comanche
Engaging
shooting
Spetsnaz.
at them. Alright.
I'm starting maneuver on my flank now.
My Comanche isn't spotting any activity yet, but they soon will.
Give us some coordinates, sir. At the ready, sir. Guns ready, sir. Got something more?
The Grom are anti-air. Yeah, they have the Verba.
Yeah. AT and AA.
Bigger the better.
Them in the
Firing.
town already. Alright.
Bigger the better.
Howitzers somewhere, or is it heavy mortars?
Heavy mortars.
Artillery adds
5 HEs. Cartums.
otherwise be an ugly.
Okay, that should do the job.
Need a ride? Engaging target.
Holy
the flank
crap,
over
these
here.
tanker guys have been buffed.
At the ready, sir.
Yeah, they have.
I think just took a massive chunk out of my tank.
Transportation corps ready.
That's an M1A1.
Fat. Also, Fat MF, they're trying to launch Iskander missiles by your Leopard marksman over here.
Yeah,
so
I
just
saw-
keep a watch out for that.
I did notice. Fortunately, not until I took out my Kustiegel.
Just giving a heads up, that's all. I have a flank force in the forest. I'm able to spot them.
Waiting new orders, sir.
I have a second laser
Aircraft
guided
left.
bomber, but I need sights.
Missile in firing position, sir.
Have any proper AA? Oh, we do have a Leopard. There we go.
Need some extra eyes, sir? I don't think it's not some far space. Who do you want us to transport?
Nice job stealth on the VDV Kappa over there.
Oh, they're just in range then.
Awaiting new orders.
Snazguru gonna be a bit harder to take out though, because they'll resist that HE.
Yeah.
I'm still there, but I'll mortar them.
How much resistance to the HE do they get from the heavy tank?
I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the HE gives them upwards of 30 to 40% resistance. However, don't take my word for it. You're better off contacting Stealth. Not Stealth, Spectre on that
Spectre.
matter. Yeah, Spectre on that matter. Frags just because of their rate of fire. The mortars did get the Grom, or are getting the Grom. Mind.
Line without us. Awaiting new orders, sir. Okay, we'll get there as fast as we can. I knew you wouldn't leave us idle for long. Sky is off.
Plane.
I see J16.
Yep.
These are guided, yep.
Anything for us, sir?
A Leopard Marksman.
Yep.
You'd be blind without us.
Pedophile is pulled back a bit and he's hiding in these forests here. Looking for
Yeah.
my Marines.
Good scout is
Aiding force, attacking the town.
Why do I have the
See if you can try and get this stealth at all. Yeah, like an attackums type of unit on the scout heli.
someone need a
I'm not gonna go in there with the Raptor if that's what you mean.
Attackums, they'll be able to snipe the heli. Because that scout heli will remove all the vision he has on Golf.
Yeah. I don't have one. I do have the High Mars, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough to kill him. It's 11 HE.
And attackums, I got one pulling out right now.
Okay.
An attack heli being sent in.
engaging car.
Okay, right there. You can get that stealth.
Yep.
Bigger the better. Yes, sir.
Two HQ-61s.
29s as well.
Yeah, one of them's down.
Nice.
Both are down.
Con heli wasn't knocked out, but I saw it get hit.
Artillerymen and targets. We're on our way. Who do you want us to transport?
Stealth so you can have better cover on the Echo flank.
Yeah, moving a linebacker there.
Artillery adds dignity to what would otherwise be an ugly brawl. Who do you want us to transport? Why do I have the feeling
Already, I got him.
put our lives at risk? If the enemy is in range, so are we.
This whenever the enemy team brings out artillery, Jack usually brings out artillery, and if he's playing China, he's going to use a lot of the napalm launchers they have.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Scouts ready, sir. You'd be blind without us.
Sniping your Marine Jaeger on the
Got
left.
the video.
Yeah.
Scouts ready, sir.
I don't get how the fuck he's getting vision of them.
Probably from this scout heli up here.
What, I can see
You
all
can
the way
find a
over
way to
there?
take out.
How the fuck does that thing spot my freaking
Optics, that is at a very high altitude.
I mean, my Marine Jaeger have exceptional stealth. They
Yeah, I
shouldn't
think he
be
was
spotted
guessing.
by that. Yeah.
It's true. It's a very big AoE, so he could just guess the shot and still get the kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, over. What is it you want this time? Platoon is formed and ready.
Seems like he's moving in more units. Profile.
Still one player there, right? Yeah, just Predaphile.
It's got a double stack of those HE launcher heavy infantry in this forest around here.
Alright, bombing.
Sir.
Because they still got radar AA.
Completed. Ready to go.
It's got an assault howitzer over here as well. And the
Jamming
radar
an
AA.
A-lock. Got him. There's a buck long range over there.
Yeah.
Transportation corps ready for your orders, sir. Roger. Changing position. Out.
The AM. Activated its smoke. That's I think you got him.
Need some extra firepower? Transportation corps ready for your orders, sir. If the enemy is in range, so are we.
Looks like a heavy moved into position here.
Yeah.
Heavy tank.
The
Yeah.
T90.
Right, I got my attackums. I can probably fire at him in a minute.
Yeah.
Spotted something?
Move up here. Probably Jack, yeah.
Someone called for a cab?
Jack pretty much specializes in this area when it comes to jungle loss, so he
Okay.
knows all the little areas. He usually hides in very small little bushes and trees, and he'll bait you with like helicopters and all these other units, and then send in a massive bombing run once he knows where all your units are.
Okay.
He'll like probe your line for weaknesses, and he'll just break through with a spam. It's an assault howitzer, it's firing at your units. And Golf is about to go down, which will eliminate a lot of his vision.
Nice.
Points. Alright, so now's our time to push if I have the units for it.
Bigger the better.
Okay, where do you want to make a push?
Think, because that scout heli was a lot of vision, but I need my Avengers to be full on missiles, which are not. I need my Comanche to get back there as well.
Need some supplies?
I'm okay for now. I have a Hemet on the way.
Okay. Oh, they're making a push on my flank.
Sending it. In the town that you're in, that's probably Jack, because he's an arty specialist as well.
Okay.
Bait out
Something for me?
my javelins with the Topias.
Artillery adds dignity to what would otherwise
Yeah, he's coming right flank.
The big push.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, that's Jack, that's Jack.
Helos, infantry.
What he does.
Yeah, the whole bunch.
Anti-air helos. Have any?
Well, the helos are not so much the problem as these transports which are rushing through.
The transports rush you to soak up your rockets, and then he'll use that to spot where the rest of your units are, and he'll hit you with artillery.
Right.
Second.
Hope the enemy don't have any air defense. Where do you need us, sir?
2 coming in.
Where do you need us?
Left flank. Be right there.
Waiting for your orders, sir.
Yeah, I just eradicated all the units here.
Welcome you aboard. Ready to go.
Here goes. The Chinese units, they're very, very cost effective. They're great for doing pushes like this. Probably pull back to the town and hold it with heavies. Infantry.
Yep.
Transportation corps ready for your orders, sir.
Pressure on Predophile in the center and see if we can maybe get them distracted.
Need some extra eyes, sir?
Marines.
I think I got most of the transports. There's just a bunch of these loose enemy moving through. So far as using transports, not heavy vehicles.
Doesn't use heavy vehicles in forests. He uses transports to soak up your rockets, and then he'll bring in tanks. That Z9C is pretty much firing at everything these transports are spotting. She right here.
Yeah, they're very close.
You'd be blind without us.
Push on Gulf, or not, to put some pressure on them.
I'm not at liberty to discuss my previous assignments with you, sir.
What's that? Is that infantry? Yeah.
That's heavies. Marines are coming in right now
Need someone to infiltrate enemy lines.
as well. Bring a couple helis, like the Comanche or the Apaches are really good with their range.
Yep. Saving up.
I'm just gonna refill my Comanche at your fob stealth. I gotta get back there ASAP.
They also just wiped out my town here. And they're about to wipe out the next town.
Attacked by mortar infantry, so I'm gonna probably send in a laser guided bomb and try and take them out. Down my
Even
stealth
the
bomber.
ZBD now come with an APS? Holy shit, okay.
Or 70 points. A laser guided bomb got your Zanchi. Infantry that are currently assaulting the town from here.
Yeah.
Need customers for a taxi.
Alright, flying in an Apache now.
Yes, win.
Apache and Comanche is even better because they're the hunter killers.
Yeah.
20 to 5, and probably another SU coming in.
Yep.
It's here.
Patriots on the point, but it's very far away.
My Raptor out. Here for the Patriot. Yep, there we go. Bit of action for the next little while. The HQ-7s aren't.
That was a very well done push by him.
He's renowned for his pushes. And Pedophile is doing another heli rush over here, MF.
Alright.
If I should push center, probably put pressure on him. Might have to.
Need a ride? The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
Halo sync.
Smell of gunpowder.
Marksman ready MF because they're about to send in tons of helis.
Yeah, I got my marksman up.
Shot.
Brace yourself, we're flying in. Just waiting for a target to fly by. And then, the captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
There you go.
They're also
Whole
attacking
party
middle
here.
map.
You spotted something?
Fucking hell.
On my way to coordinates. Out. There's a smell of gunpowder in the air.
Pushing the forest right now.
The world consists of two types of people, artillerymen and targets.
Oh crap. Because he's gonna probably bomb my push. Stay.
Checklist completed, ready to go. Where do you need us, sir?
So
Good scout. The captain and his crew welcome you aboard. Customers to return yourself.
my Raptor got someone.
At your service, sir.
Someone or something.
Artillery adds dignity to what would otherwise be an ugly brawl. Take my word, you don't want to know our methods. Platoon is formed and ready. Bigger the better. On my way to coordinates. Out. The captain and his crew welcome you aboard. Heading to giving grid reference.
You have any laser guided bombs? Because these HE heavies would be a nice little snack for the plane.
I can save up for one, but I don't have one ready.
Oh. I only have the fire and forget F-35.
You should be focusing on your right because Jack's going to start putting a lot of pressure if he hasn't already.
Yeah.
Sneaking in. At the ready, sir.
Of the Parabanshee. If you pronounce that.
Loaded. Ready to fire. Transportation corps ready for your orders, sir. The captain and his crew welcome you aboard. Go ahead, over.
On the T-80, he's still standing still.
I think so.
Someone need a guardian angel?
Comanche out of Hellfires.
227. 227 is not dying.
on. How many
Seven
defenses does this thing have against missiles? 1600?
A fuck ton.
3 armor at the front, so HE does way less damage to it.
No, one of these
Shot
Chinese
before I died.
transports has a bug for the amount of APS ammo that it carries. It says 1603.
One?
It's one of the ZSD transports, I think.
That there are a couple of these bugs in the game at the moment.
Who do you want us to transport? Need a ride?
In again for a bombing run.
Yeah.
What are your orders, sir? There's a smell of gunpowder in the air.
Alright, I have another laser guided bomb ready. You want one of those guys over here?
That'd probably be the best.
Probably say yes, but it depends on what Jack is going to be start flinging at your flank. But send it anyways.
Yeah.
Town over here, it's going to give us quite the advantage.
Ready to go.
Our AA was right there.
Both killed. Just leaves the one copy over there.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
their
we-
AA got nailed by, I think, the Prowler. 70-point kill.
Where do you need us?
Watch out for your Fentoya. They're pushing over here. Fat MF.
Yeah,
Those
so.
Fentoya have the RPG-23.
Spotted something?
Yeah.
Launched at our AA position, but we moved.
The captain and his crew welcome you aboard. Consider it done, sir.
Tank push coming from Mike, Black Eagle, and a T-90.
Yeah.
This area over here, so I'll get you up.
Who do you want us to transport?
Push.
That is ours.
Jeez, Jack can see absolutely everything over here.
Ready to go.
It's a little bit of my mistake though, because Jack does play this map a lot.
We don't have any air defense.
You're gonna have to forgive me, Stealth, a little bit if I gave you a hard time through asking for jungle law.
Heading
Well, getting an education here.
Watch out for your...
Yeah, that Comanche.
I was gonna say,
Bloody hell.
this is the Chinese spam meta that's pretty common with Red 4 right now.
Okay.
If you just look at the points of these Chinese units, very, very cost effective for what you get.
Yeah.
Points and a laser dazzler.
We're flying in.
Yeah, what's that laser dazzler? I haven't used that yet.
It is 3150 range, 75 accuracy. It's like a gun that shoots at your heli that stuns it with one shot.
Cute.
Points you get that. The T-80's dead at least. Still all my attackums. Great.
Yeah, we're completely losing right flank.
Sweeping this area.
So you got the Motskaya Fentoya with the cords in the jungle that are just gonna eat your SSK alive.
How the fuck are they gonna eat my FSK?
Because the Fentoya have the cord, the HMG, that ignores the heavy tag. I'm sending in fighters right now, Predophile.
Someone need a guardian angel?
About to die anyways to a laser guided bomb.
At the ready, sir.
230-point infantry.
Completed. Ready to go.
Another bombing run coming in.
Seed.
The radar fire and forget, and the seed is dead. So
Oh,
he's
that
gone.
seed got fucked.
That much, anyways.
Why are they bombing that town?
On the other hand, being stealth alive, so we should do something about that.
Yeah.
Spam is.
Any suggestions on how to defend against this?
Pretty much have to know the player's nature. It's gotten to a point you have to know the player's nature and how he'll use the Chinese deck. Like what Stealth did, what Jack did was probe your lines along this flank up here with the recon heli, test it with a couple decoys, which is why you probably noticed him send in transports or helis,
Yeah.
or something cheap. And then he realized you're lacking air defense, you're lacking SAMs, you're lacking tanks or whatever, and then he'll build his push around that. Probably hit you with artillery if he has it, and then call it a day. And especially because the Chinese, you just get so much for 20 points, 40 points, 50 points even. APS that shoots down all the ATGMs, rendering them useless. So that's how Jack did it.
Mm-hmm.
Mod is very different from vanilla. Very, very different. Takeout is probably the culprit for his push. It doesn't have exceptional optics actually. Huh. The China push, your best bet is laser guided bombs as blue 4.
Yeah, but I can only deploy so many of those.
Guided
There's a
bombs,
lot of Chinese and
artillery.
a few bombs.
What I recommend is the LAVM if you have the US. 25 points, 80 millimeter, 3,000 dispersion. It's pretty good for defeating, massed infantry assaults.
Right.
He took out a radar guided AA.
Well, actually, the other way around. Now my Raptor died. Oh, there's gonna go all sorts of... Right.
Don't beat
And
yourself
somehow,
up too much over this, because
He was
this
flying
mod is
in
very
an
different.
Su-25 right into my AA, and it survived.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I have his 3 armor at the front. 3 armor at the front, pretty much.
And very
armor
high
bit.
hit points then.
Right. Yeah, a very high hit points. Actually, the HP for planes is 12. However, the armor at the front, that 3 armor, and because all missiles are HE, pretty much firing at an
Eats everything.
IFV. Yeah, you're pretty much firing at an IFV. You're not firing at a plane. When I saw it so high, I was a little bit suspicious about why they would put that in.
Well, I suppose the Su-25 was supposed to get shot at.
It wasn't supposed to survive a Buck missile or a Hawk missile. No plane can.
Not quite.
If you ever seen a Buck missile in real life, you realize those things are the height of like 3 people and the width of 2.
Yeah.
They're not exactly small things. And there's a mortar assault on the forest. Assault howitzer that he's using on you. Which is why the HE is so high, or the Tuplayan missiles.
For some reason just stopped. Is he harassing any of you guys now?
Pretty much building up for another push. He's going to scan your lines.
Right.
Considering his push is mostly infantry, it's got a couple helis, you're best investing in man pads and cheaper tanks. Shot down a MiG that was about to take out the forest. You coming in.
Su-24. Hey, it's
There's a
fucking
25
down.
again.
Plane, which I keep forgetting sometimes, outside, because it'll not only fend off enemy air attacks, but it actually guides the rockets. If they have such long range, it's pretty critical to hit planes now.
This thing's just eating ASMs. Or AA. The hell? Gets stunned, but that's about it.
3 armor at the front.
35% ECM.
contact Spectre later today about nerfing the Su-25 because it is a little bit ridiculous AA bait, you could call it.
And of course, my F-20 or F-35 doesn't have that luxury.
The only plane that does have that luxury actually is one of us should have brought the Thunderbolt. It has a higher armor, I believe, than the Su-25, and that would have baited all their AA.
I have a Thunderbolt.
Oh, in which case?
Even if we do bait their AA, at this point I'm not sure if it's any use, because we don't really have any need for killing their AA. I don't have any bombers left.
Currently more reliant on AA than they are.
Yeah, they have complete air dominance. And between the linebacker and the Stinger team that I have, I'd lost at least 5 to 6 missiles to that Su-25 and it just turned home in one piece.
What he's hitting you with over there, Fat MF, is the Tuplian missile with the 11HE that I believe Stealth covered in the USSR Armory video.
Alright.
And there's a heli rush.
Yeah, I see.
Have warned us. We are playing against very experienced players. Very experienced players. I think Jack has over 1,500 hours in the game, and half of it is Ashen Shadows.
That explains a lot. So I kind of get the feeling teams are a bit stacked.
It's a little bit stacked. Try not to stack the team, but it just happens sometimes, and other times it doesn't. Seven just got shot down. Are still at least somewhat close to them. Not somewhat close, but them in points. Considering we're shooting down their A, they're getting a little bit cocky. Pedophile likes to use his air units. In as well.
How did he even find that?
Yes, and other times it's from the bait units that they sent in earlier, and they'll remember the position of your units, which is why shoot and scoot is very, very essential in this mod.
Right.
Because a lot of units have very good optics. A lot more units. There's even transports with good optics now that act as recon.
Yeah.
B though, and the 5L, that's going to be annoying.
What sort of ECM does that have? 60?
USSR planes usually have in the range of 50 to 60. And that's an expensive plane.
What, J-20?
It's the US answer to the F-35. It's the Chinese answer to the F-35. At a quad stack of Biftaya Fentoya, I don't know why he sent that. Well, very, very deadly, 10 armor and an active protection system.
Yeah, so even if we wanted to bomb that, we just wouldn't get through.
We'll be able to bomb the Kurganets, but we wouldn't be able to fire it with missiles. I'm just taking it out with laser-guided weapons. I don't even bother with ATGMs. Did do a big help.
I'm getting pushed here.
In all honesty, the lobbies are quite stacked, so we're actually doing quite well compared to how most other players would be doing.
Really? Could have fooled me.
Played against Jack tons of times, and when I first got into the mod, he would beat me by at least like 5,000 points, 10,000 points. Easy. But that one player in one of your videos, Stealth, who did the Leopard Rush, he kind of does that, and he would get the same margins. Oh shit.
Well, was only give element
Friendly
like a
fire?
nuke. Yeah, but I think you nuked more than more enemies than
That could have been mine, actually.
friendlies.
3 20-point infantry that were eating your infantry alive, but I'm really, really sorry, actually, about that.
I mean, it was only give elements, so I mean, who gives a fuck?
And to be any cancer here. I actually didn't mean that.
Ready to fire, sir.
There we go.
Need a ride?
Now they changed the small from a rocket to an ATGM, so it doesn't even work as it used to.
It always comes down to the
Good
infantryman
note,
and his rifle.
artillery and mortars now can aim at your infantry as if it was a grenade launcher aiming. You could say it's like a direct line of sight, so it makes them pinpoint accurate.
Right.
Jesus.
Engaging target. Are you
Sniped a lot of our units with the scanders.
Good scout is one you don't see. Sky is ours. You spotted us.
Yeah. Using two plans or the assault howitzer.
Are you talking to me? Checklist completed. Ready to go.
Definitely.
Enemy is in range.
What I should have brought was flame units, because those would destroy in forest now.
No.
Flame units actually do quite well, especially against heavy infantry,
Alright.
because the napalm is ignored by the napalm ignores the heavy, I believe. So
Alright.
they're actually quite powerful.
I need that tail rotor check. Where do you need us, sir? Target in sight. Adjusting aim.
Forest, we just gotta answer with rangers and probably marines.
What, to all those tanks?
Got an infantry push from pedophile.
Okay.
And you're actually, wow, Jack is really close.
A little bit.
Bring out an Apache then. This is more urgent than I thought.
Heading to given grid reference.
This is a bit ugly.
The world consists of two types of people. Artillerymen and targets. Any orders, sir? Where do you need us, sir? Sky
There
is
go
ours.
your Apaches. And my Cobra.
Someone need a guardian angel?
3 laser guided AA all the way back there, and someone forgot to bring out the seed.
Anything for us, sir? You spotted us.
1, 2.
The world consists of two types of people. Artillerymen and targets.
Okay.
Artillery adds dignity to what would otherwise be an ugly brawl. Starting to get dangerous.
Just I was too busy microing the seed,
You wouldn't leave us idle for long.
but in my sector,
Coming down here, a couple of Grum.
we can take out the Grum because they don't have a MG, I believe. Grum's dying.
There we go.
There we go. E- Actually, barely positive. It was a closer game. They only actually never mind. No.
What's up, my dudes?
Do you enjoy spamming tanks on poor stealth?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I had to teach stealth about your tactics because he was automatic. He was all of a sudden overwhelmed on the right flank.
Yeah, I play passive until I have like 1,000 points to spend.
Pretty much spam everything. This is like a strat that I should have thought of in this strategy game, despite it being my strat in every other strategy game, including those browser ones that I used to play, like Stick War.
Sat, I'm sorry. I'm honestly sorry for what I did to you.
So what could I do to defend against something like that next time? What would you do if you were playing US in that scenario?
Extremely heavy tanks. They do outclass rushers, so like have like cheap vehicles up front. Like the MGS is good because it's heat. They'll get one shot off, and then multiple overlapping fields of fire with ATGMs. Have an Apache supporting.
ATGMs against your 1600 APS system.
Oh yeah, I turned them off. Don't worry
What
about
the
that.
hell was that?
I don't know. I didn't even notice that, to be honest.
To be fair, you could either do that or you could play China.
A good counter is JSOWs. If you're fighting China, use JSOWs. Get 235 Lightning 2s. Those, or any sort of, like, most helicopters, except for, like, US ones, unfortunately, they will shred through. The Cobra that has APKWSs will also melt tanks.
Right.
Obviously, for his sake, he had the jammers, so helicopters are kind of useless. But yeah, for the most part, like, you're not going to see many spams like that very often. So
Telling stealth that the Chinese laser tanks can pretty much in a couple shots will stun your heli and it becomes useless.
yeah, they can't kill it, but they'll just stun the shit out of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen them get critical either, though. That's really rare.
Question, Predophile, what were you using in the center flank? Because I saw these howitzers that were firing like they were MGs, and all of a sudden my units would sit there and they would get 20 like 150 millimeters dumped on them with precision accuracy, and I'm like, what the hell?
See, if they were only 155s, they're 240 mils. They're the Bisons. They're pretty expensive.
Right, so I got my ass handed to me there. Definitely still getting schooled in this mod, literally and figuratively. Literally schooled by Jack, and figuratively in trying to figure out what exactly the right composition of units is. Apparently my deck, which I can show you, was definitely not the right choice for this scenario. It's a US general deck, but as you can see, I do not have the infantry at cheap enough levels to counter the Chinese infantry. My transports are mostly Humvees, so that didn't help. As for AA, I think that the Su-25 that just kept circling despite getting hit repeatedly by Stingers and the occasional Patriot missile is a bit weird. I know that the Su-25 was supposed to be a combat air support plane or a close air support, so it's supposed to be close to the battle, but this close and taking this many hits to kill, I think that's a bit much. As for the artillery, I'll definitely switch out the HIMARS for your standard ATACMS. Very handy platform. As for the tanks, Jack mentioned that super heavies would be very efficient in a situation like this, and he said augment them with AGS. I didn't get much use out of the Sheridans, so let's switch those around for the AGSs. Recon, most of my recon, actually back to infantry. Most of my Stingers were in Venoms, and I only got 4 of those, so I'm going to need a lot more. I can get 7 if I bring them in a Humvee, which would also make them a lot cheaper. Mine were currently coming in at 50 points versus 26 now, so that's definitely a better situation. And all the infantry, especially the Marines, I wonder how well I would have done against those infantry waves if I had the LVTB-7A1. because while it does come with a grenade launcher, its frontal armor is so low that most of the enemy transports could probably take it out. The ACV might do slightly better. It has a little bit more armor, and however does not really come with an AP gun when it comes with a GAU 19. So this thing, again, I don't think would have been the best option. LV 25, 5 AP, maybe. But it immediately makes your transports and your whole combination very expensive. So while the LV 25A2 is definitely a good vehicle to have, I don't want my vehicles to be making my infantry that expensive. So let's go into the vehicle tab. I'm not sure how much use I got out of the CEV or the mobile gun system. The gun systems are fast units, come equipped with the APS. Their accuracy was alright, but against that China rush, I'd probably rather have either the LAV-25, or sorry, the LAV-25 FSV, or the V150. I'm going to go with the LAVs, very cheap unit. Recon, let's switch out the Marine Force Recon and the Venom for something that drives in, like the V150, and I can recycle the V150 as a recon unit. Other than that, I really like the performance of the LAV-25 Scout as well as the Humvee Mark 19. Comanche didn't see much action as it got immediately shot down by an aircraft. Helos, the little birds simply didn't really have a moment to shine. I did bring them in. I'm not sure how many grenades they got off before they died, but I don't think it was that many. They can, however, serve as a bit of a meat shield for Apaches, but if you're using a helicopter shield or a helicopter meat shield, then I'd say something's gone horribly wrong. The Vipers, I'm not convinced about these. While they're nice and fast breakthrough helos, if you will, I'll never get a chance to do that in a game like this. So, in a situation on Jungle Law as I was in, this is a wasted card. I think I'm going to have to just invest that in further infantry flexibility. Screaming Eagles. These only have aerial options, of course, since they're an airborne unit. I don't think that for 25 points they're that good. I do have one heavy card. Let's see if I can get another one. Let's see, not the National Guard, thank you very much. The Rifleman, cheap unit. If a 4-point transport or a 6-point, which is slightly more heavily armored. And this Browning apparently has a 1 AP value and this one doesn't. Okay. Seriously, 15 points for your infantry and 20 points for your transport. And all you get for your transport is a heavily armored unit with a grenade launcher. No, I'll just stick to the 113. And then the aircraft. I need to have a look at these. Because while the Raptor did alright, I definitely wasn't managing this thing enough. And what they managed was, or what they mentioned was that the F-35A is a good option. A couple of, well, these are not strictly laser guided bombs, but they definitely hurt infantry. The Thunderbolt, I'm not too sure about this performance, or the performance of this unit. What they did mention was the JSOs. Where's that? No, that's the Napalm, Jammer Pods, Raptor, Navy. This is anti-air. That one. A couple of glide bombs. I'm going to have 2 of those in the deck. And I think I'm just going to have to try again with this composition. Anyway, this updated deck can be found in the description down below. And if you want to have a go at fighting these guys, be sure to join the Discord. Again, link to that in the description down below. And I'll see you soon for more videos. Thank you for watching.